As you guys have seen by now, the CS market has absolutely blown up in the past few months, and even in the past day, things are still climbing in price. In this video, I want to talk about what's the most profitable and why some things are up 10% while others are only up 1%. So let's get right into it. Now, the interesting thing about the CS market is things obviously do not move at the same level. Some things could be completely stagnant while others are absolutely blowing up in price. We could check this on Cantry.dev, which is just a site where you could look up any skin and see the long-term price history of it, and this is cash value as well. So for the AK Wild Lotus, for example, we had the initial hype spike all the way back in when CS2 first got announced, and it blew up pretty heavily and then dipped back down. Sat sideways for a long time throughout 2024, but recently, at the end of the year, going into 2025, it has blown up $3,000. Now, this isn't something we've seen across all high-tier skins and all skins in general, so why is the Wild Lotus so good? Well, it's kind of hard to say, because then you could look at another good knife, and like a Talon Fade, for example, and sure, it just recently blew up literally in the past week, but it didn't really move that much prior to that. That's nothing like the Wild Lotus trend at all. This thing's up 50% in the past 4 months, while the Talon Fade's up like 20 at best. Now, this of course varies a lot, and the main thing I want to talk about is Rarity. You've got something like the Hedge Mazes and all the other gloves in the Glove and Hydra case that have blown up as well. This is because, gloves are just so rare in these two cases that are super expensive. Hydra case, last time I checked, around 30 bucks, and the glove case is around 13 right now. So these are super limited gloves, and same goes with the Wild Lotus that we talked about earlier. Super limited items that, not a lot of people have. They aren't coming into circulation really that commonly. And because of that, we've got a massive player count right now that's at all-time highs, and more players, obviously there's going to be more people buying skins like this since they don't move around that often. They're super high tier and people tend to hold on to high tier skins for a long time. So it could cause prices to absolutely blow up. Well, with stuff like the Talon Fade, for example, this is in, let me actually check, I pulled it up. It's in the Horizon case and the Danger Zone case. These cases are both around $1 to $2 each. There's a significant amount listed on the Steam market, and what you're going to see with skins listed, or skins in cases like this, I should say rather, is they don't really blow up in price. They sit pretty stagnant for long periods of time, and they're not really profitable. Sure, this thing blew up when CS2 first started, but even with the hype back now, it's like it really hasn't done anything, and like half of this move has already been, sold off. So with stuff like this that's in cases are still being mass unboxed, it's not really a good investment. It's not going to make you a lot of money, and it's not going to move in price that much because people are more willing to let go of them. Now, this kind of changes the farther back you go with cases. If you look at the Chroma cases or the Gamma and Gamma 2 cases, for example, you could see some of those skins blowing up in price. All of the old Dopplers have absolutely exploded over the past few weeks and the past month. The Phase 2s have absolutely blown up recently as people realized, number one, how rare they are. They aren't really that common. They're only one of the 4 phases, not rubies, not sapphires, not black pearls, and even in the new case, sure, they're as common as the other knives, but they look great, especially in CS2, and that jumped up demand for them a lot, so that's why those prices have blown up. A lot of these old miscellaneous skins as well, you'll see like a Hot Rod and Icarus Fell, random stuff like that blow up in price as well. Once again, going back to the AK Wild Lotus, where those skins just don't really move around a lot and they can blow up in price. So they've been some of the most profitable stuff in CS2 as well. Well, if you go to Print Stream, which is, sure, it's a great skin, but it's in the Broken Fang case, which was unboxed a ton, and there's so many of these in existence. It's up 12%, which is pretty solid, but it's not up 30%, 38%, 26% over the same period of time. If you want to buy skins or cash out your skins instantly at a great price, check out Skin.land, where you could also get a free $10 bonus on your first sale. Skin.land is a site I use to insta-sell skins myself. They offer incredible prices and the process is very easy. Just make sure to click that link at the top of the description for your $10 bonus or enter code CHF on the site. Then go to your profile and enter your trade URL and you're all ready to sell and buy. Then select the skins you want to cash out instantly. Just click the skins you want to sell, select your payment method, either crypto or various bank transfer methods if you're in Europe, then just confirm the trade the bot sends you on Steam instantly, and you're done. The entire process only takes around 5 minutes max, and receiving the money typically doesn't take more than 20 minutes for crypto. For bank transfers, it might take a few business days though. You can also buy skins for 30% cheaper than the Steam market value on Skin.land as well. They have a ton of deposit methods, so whether you're looking to buy or sell, check them out with that link at the top of the description and get your $10 bonus today. We've got the Vice gloves, for example, some of the best looking gloves in the game. But they're in the clutch case, which is like 50 cents or 60 cents, I believe, and then the Revolution case as well. These aren't too expensive cases in the slightest. So that's why, despite being a really good looking glove, they're not even up 10%. Well, the other gloves that are actually rare in the glove case and in the Operation Hydra case, almost forgot the name of it, they're just blowing up in price. So if you're solely in this for profit and you want to buy skins that actually move significantly in price, you got to realize you got to look for stuff with demand, number one, but also stuff that is not coming into the game as commonly. There are so many Vice gloves still coming into the game and everything in those clutch cases, so you can't expect them to move massively in price. Well, if you got a butterfly knife, for example, in the $10 breakout case, there's not many people unboxing those anymore, and they're super expensive, so people are holding onto them for a long time, and they're blowing up. You'll see this with old Operation skins as well. Gold Arabesque, super expensive in price, 44% raise over the past 2 months. Super old stuff like D-Lores and even those M4 Hot Rods, Icarus Fells, and other skins like Howls, for example, don't move as much. I'm honestly not sure why. I think they should be a lot more expensive because they are super rare, but I guess people are just favoring the Wild Lotuses, Gungnir's, and stuff like that. But occasionally, you'll see a hydroponic explode in price as well. So what you should just know is the super limited stuff you should get a hold of. The stuff in those old cases like Chroma cases, Gamma cases, for example, which have gotten expensive as well, Breakout case, anything with the OG knives in it, the Phoenix case, all of those things have blown up. Not only are the cases good investments, because people have very clearly proven that they will pay ridiculous amounts for cases, especially with this elevated player count, but if the skins are going to keep climbing up and up in price, those cases are going to get more expensive, and that's going to cause the skins to get more expensive as well, because it'll make the case worth unboxing. So yeah, the CS market has absolutely blown up, but just make sure you're buying the right stuff out there, the stuff with a lot of demand, the stuff that people want. Not a ton of people that want a crazy Glock skin in the game, but there is a ton of people that want some knives, some AK skins, and stuff like that. Even the fairly normal knives like the Karambit Autotronic are doing better than, stuff that you would think is a super rare collector's item, but it just doesn't really have a lot of demand, the Glock Fade. Everybody wants a Karambit in this game, and you could see by the price. This isn't going to change. This is the way it's been for 5 years. CS has always fundamentally been like this. The rarer stuff that has more demand will blow up in price. Well, even though there is other sick knives, if they're in cases that are still being unboxed massively, Skeleton Fade, Talon Fade is actually up a decent amount, but stuff like the Skeleton Fade, Fuel Injector, all that stuff is not going to do as well, even outperformed by a Karambit Rust Coat. So keep that in mind if you're buying skins and trying to make a profit. But this was pretty much just a rant about the best skins you could buy in the game right now. I hope you guys are up a lot of money. My inventory is unironically up like probably 10 grand over the past couple of months. It's ridiculous. But thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the sponsor, link at the top of the description, and I will see you guys in the next one.